So I will cast some regen. What I'm going to do is fight the Royal Jelly in the center. I will probably go ahead and just use a haste. I've got plenty of haste left in the game. I mean, you really, if it's a scary fight, you shouldn't like conserve it. You should really decide, well, how much do I need this? But this is a really strong character, so I definitely have, I could probably win this without haste okay. Given how strong I am. So I'm making a couple demons. What's up, Tyrjal? People with, oh, Miski. I'm gonna recast regen, because apparently it's running out. And we're gonna move in. The Executioner is gonna try to move ahead of me, so I have to watch out for him. That's one little complication if you're summoning demons. If you make Trog Brothers in Arms to do this, you also have to watch out. You can't control the Brothers in Arms summons at all. Monsters, allies that are berserk won't listen to you. And they're all, of course, really fast because they're berserked. So you don't want to summon them too early either, so that their berserk runs out. But you don't want to like wait until the Royal Jelly is next to you. You're kind of using them as a buffer and possibly as a fallback. I could summon more, but I'm actually going to use the Scroll of Summoning for the rest. Let's see how this goes without a haste pot. Ooh, got the treasure. There's the old Royal Jelly. Best position to be is one that can allow my allies to hit and hopefully have the best chance of trapping her. So it'd be kind of ideal if she was maybe right here. There's better spots you can get, like if I can get her here and an ally here and myself there, and then it might work out a little bit better. But the reason why you want to fight her like this, by the way, is that the way her spawns work, so every time you hit her, she spawns a bunch of jellies, but the spawns have to go in her los, and she can't make spawns on the other sides of these walls or anything like that. And so every time she tries to make a spawn, if she's stuck in this corridor, especially if you have the corridor like filled in with summons, she can't make spawns on top of you or on top of your summons or on top of other monsters. So the spawns will just basically not get made, and that'll be a bunch of monsters you don't have to fight. I'm gonna go for basically right here. Is this a... Oh, that's an Eye of Draining. Okay, we got the Eye of Draining, that's good. I'm gonna move like this because I want to actually be next to this. Now we're gonna read the Scroll of Summoning. Oh, Blurry Vision. I didn't think about that. That's a good, that's an oops. So she might move in. Okay, we netted her. I'm not even in Blade Hands, so that's not amazing. But so far it's working okay. She's still stuck. And down she goes. So there we go. So she didn't really get to make too much in the way of spawns. There's still a lot of stuff in this vault, so now I'm going to just kind of be a little bit careful. Hit this guy. I don't want to get paralyzed. You could try some immolation here if you wanted to do that. This is a lot of monsters still because there was just a bunch in the vault, and we did get a few spawns, but we're pretty good. Take a turn to cast regen. Acid blobs are far and away the most important thing to worry about. Yeah, I've got, see how many of these I have hitting me right now, and that's not amazing. Yep, that was an actual one. That wasn't even a... So the blurry vision made that scroll a lot less good than what it was. I forgot that I had that, so that's something that to watch out for. I didn't even use it. I didn't buff at all, and I was able to just like destroy it. Ally Jelly was Scroll of Summoning. which ended up not being quite as good as what it could have been, but that's alright. I'm probably going to do is, yeah, this is pretty good. I'm going to make, oh, there we go. Aha. Oh boy. This is bad. Okay, so I made huge mistakes there when dealing with that. That was a good lesson in being extremely overconfident and just taking too much damage. So those acid blobs were like hitting me for a lot of damage, and I started trying to out heal some of it once it got like out of hand, and so yeah, that turned into. Yeah, you normally don't, but that was really interesting how the Makhleb summon ended up, the Balrog ended up being a huge deal. Because you can't, I needed to summon that at the start of the fight before anything ever got out of whack, and that's why you really, really got to be careful with it. And so what happened there was kind of a nice little interaction between blurry vision, because now my blink was no longer safe. There's a very real chance I could have died there. I had to use evocable blink, which got me a good blink, but the Balrog's fireball could have actually killed me at some point. So, wow, yeah, that spiraled way, way out of control very quickly. That was a really good lesson in just, you can't let that weird stuff add up. This is the kind of thing that we try to do when we win games, is not let situations like that happen. And what it sort of started because I sat here and sort of was like, you know what, I can tank a little bit more of this, but those acid blobs can just pour out so much damage. And I wasn't hasted, of course. So it was just a few things that added up, and I tried to spend some turns healing, but they were just able to out-damage me. Balrog Smite is only 17 damage, so it wouldn't have killed me. I was really worried about his fireball. Smite is just Smite is just 17 max, so it wasn't going to kill me, but a fireball could have for sure killed me. Or actually bolt of fire. I don't know if I was in range of his fireball or not, but bolt of fire could. So that's why I spent one turn healing to help. I mean, even then, there was actually no guarantee. I knew I couldn't blink. You know, I tried to give myself more of a buffer in case he did get off a fireball. Because the average damage from one of those is like about 30 something, and I was really in that risk area where it would have been like a 50% chance for me to just die. I didn't have much AC left, and I didn't have any RF. But yeah, the hostile Makhleb summon really ended up complicating stuff a lot, because he was hitting me for quite good damage with that fire melee. It was one of the worst kind of, well, I guess any of them would have been bad. So, wow. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that kind of stuff. Good thing I did have blink scrolls left, though. Those ended up being important. So I actually used Evocable Blink, which still had a 6% fail rate. Like, that could have failed and I could have died right on that turn. The Blink was guaranteed to be a useful one, given where I was. Well, not necessarily. But I got a very good blink. But yeah, wow, that was really bad. That's definitely the closest I've come to dying in slime since, geez, I don't know. Like, certainly on a speed run I've died almost, but I've not come close to dying in slime for like many years, I would say. So it just shows you how the fight with the royal jelly went very well, but some complications afterwards. You got to be careful. You can rip. So now that Balrog is gone, I'm going to have some cleanup to do. I'm not going to go, oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see how many of these. I'll probably take some other stairs. Should be fine from now on, but holy crap, that was really, really, really bad. What should have been a textbook fight turned into almost rip. And this is just the sort of character, too, where you have to be pretty careful about it, because your base defenses just aren't high. What do we have down here? I wonder how many of those spawns there actually were. Yep, that was a real... All the acid... So, it turned out that in the vault there was just a relatively high number of acid blobs, I would say. More usually than you might find. Many of these are actual... Yeah, that was an actual monster as well. So part of the problem too with that sort of panic in the center was that I should have just retreated instead of trying the healing gambit and just started blinking out way sooner once HP got low. Because you really just like, there's no reason to like start testing all sorts of weird strats and stuff. It's really tempting, but oh well, look. Done a really bad job of blocking mutations. Well, it looks like we finally have got this taken care of. There's some swappable RLEC, if I want that. There's an MR ring. Not ever going to be worth 5 slang. We'll hold on to that for now, but it's probably not going to be useful. Ooh, there's a better RC ring. Well, slow down there, Arg. We still got loot to look through. You're so hot to trot on those mutations. Wow, Jeepicus, I'm not sure I get it. I might need Ro to explain it to me. Ordered cloak. One more enchant on that invis cloak. I do need a C invis ring. Don't need a positive energy ring. No, I don't need an MR ring. I can drop that other. All because I wanted to save a. Yeah, it's funny how back there all those little things added up to a near death. Few artifact. Wow, polished demon whip. Some nice, potentially nice weapons. Oh, really? Gotta get the wands. So here's a trick. You can hit Control F and then dot to see items on the level. Sometimes it's nice just to kind of look through the list. See what you got. And we're not going to go killing the rest of the stuff on the level because there's not much, there's no point to it. I mean, it's XP, but slime actually doesn't have any other loot in anywhere else throughout the level because, well, slimes mostly eat loot, the high level ones do. They won't eat artifacts, but you won't find any loot vaults or anything like that. It's only on the final level, so if you go clearing it, you're just doing it for the XP, and you're also just getting probably a bunch of extra mutations. I didn't really try at all to avoid getting mutated there, and I did pick up a couple of them. I don't really like blurry vision, so I don't like that one either. And we got lots, so some nice ones. We're going to keep going. Thoughts seem clearer, a bit more calm. Alright, so we lost our innate MR. It looks like. Got some AC, got totally redundant clarity. A little bit of aux attacks, not really much. Eric wants to see the sling. I'm sorry, Eric. You didn't make the $50 donation to see the sling. Opportunity missed. It's widely known that I only identify slings if you make a $50 donation. But yeah, sheesh, that was, wow, that bit at the end, that was terrible. That was really bad. And where are we? We still have a ton of mutation potions. These are mostly useless. There's a couple in the shop. I can kind of just hold on to them from here on. It's mostly redundant because I'm mostly going to be in Blade Hands and because what's going to confuse me in the first place? Not the most exciting mutation. I would much rather have innate MR, but it looks like finally... Oh yeah, because I put on that... The RC ring that I put on is... Yeah, but then I'm gonna have to lose this if I want... I'll probably just go for... Yeah, Dragon Form 14%, so... What I'll probably do... I would like, though, to have... Man... I don't really like walking around without any RF, but I can mostly be in Dragon Form, certainly. Let's check out that Dragon Form. Yeah, check out that defenses nerf. Only 13 EV. I could get a bit more if I trained some dodging, but it would take... I could get probably 2 or 3 more points of it. It wouldn't be a lot. My base dex is not very good. 400 HP though. That's mostly going to be, I guess, Orb of Fire form. I just have to be really careful because if anything actually hits me with fire, it's going to really hurt. Mostly it's Orbs of Fire. There's a... Not really... Yeah, you can run into like Ancient Liches, of course, but I just don't like walking around without any RF at all. There's a Ring of Fire. That's about it. The MR isn't actually doing all that much because the stuff that I'm going to encounter in Zot is not really going to... it's not really going to... It's not going to be very checked very well. It's sort of going to help me with like paralysis. Keeping the chance of paralysis pretty low if I run into an Ancient Lich, and that's kind of it. So I could put back on the RF++ ring. But I can also just mostly use forms. If I see that I want RF, I can walk around mostly like this. Yeah, we could go to Crypt. For sure. We could finish Elf. Those are all real possibilities. But I normally would probably just go ahead and finish this character rather than doing a 5th part for this. This character has taken such a long time because I've been playing it in these long episodes. I've only had time to really stream once a week, despite me saying that I would stream more, but hopefully I can get to this character before another full week goes by. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys over with a raid to White Hat. But yeah, I will get back to this character, I do hope, before the week finishes, and just finally end him and then start the next character the next stream for sure, because it won't take more than like an hour to ascend him. And yeah, we almost died in Slime. That was really, really, really bad. Worst time I've had in Slime in many years, and completely my own fault. Some interesting screw-ups on my part. So a good lesson there. What would have been a textbook Slime turned into a nightmare, but we did survive this time. So the streak continues. Not going to end on a splat. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm gonna send you over to White Hat with a raid, so stick around for that, please. He's doing Wolverine, I think any percent. Raid message will be Linker Z. And that's his Frankerface emote. And yeah, I'll hopefully catch you guys in a few days and we can finish this character up and start on the next one, which will probably be Spriggan Venom Mage. So I'll see you guys then.